Entrepreneurs and loneliness. So I know a lot of dudes in the space basically who struggle with loneliness regardless of how much you're making. I know dudes who have software companies and they make like $300,000 a month profit, and they want to kill themselves because they're lonely as hell and all they've known is work, and they lack a social life and things like that. So the reason I'm making this video specifically is because there's a lot of people in the space who don't necessarily know how to deal with it properly or overcome the issue of loneliness in general, specifically for entrepreneurs. So that's kind of why I'm making the video. If I had to like put it into the simplest terms, the best way to solve the issue simply would just be understanding it's a trap, right? The more time you spend alone and the more negative stuff you consume, it's repetitive negative thinking patterns. It's kind of addictive to be negative. It's addictive to be sad all the time. Like all the people who consume sad YouTube videos and all the people who consume sad like TikToks, etc., they're sad a lot of the time because of the content they consume. They're programming their mind to be negative 24/7. So if you want to genuinely be happy and not only content with being alone, but even prefer to be alone sometimes and get over that loneliness, what I would say, to put it in the simplest terms, is understanding that it is a trap, especially for entrepreneurs, because you get to a point where you spend most of your time alone, but it's very important to understand that it's you who controls how you feel about the whole situation and whether you want to really grab it by the balls and turn it into your bitch basically, or cry about the situation and feel, sad about it, I guess. So you have to kind of put it into perspective. Let's say if you're working 12 hours a day, you have to balance it out with social life to a certain extent. Like let's say if you're doing monk mode or whatever you want to call it, you really have to balance, like you have to at least get 30 minutes, like talk to your family or something. Or basically what I did is when I was starting out, I understood the importance of surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. So whether this video is for, people at like, let's say you could be at like $5,000 a month, $0 a month, or even $1 million a month, this is going to help you regardless. And this is the reason why I'm making it, is because it's something that I probably struggled with the most out of my, how long I've been in the space doing certain things. So what I would say is, for most people, you just need to put yourself in a situation where you're not self-sabotaging yourself. So stop watching, short form videos. Just don't doom scroll. Try and cut it out. Watch positive videos, like positive slideshows, positive YouTube videos, things like this, etc. And just really reset your brain and understand that you are kind of self-sabotaging if you are, putting yourself in repetitive negative thinking patterns. So that's something that I did to myself. So it's like, I pretty much learned the hard way. Like a great quote that, I don't know if it was his, but my friend told me recently, I almost dropped my phone. And my friend told me recently, oh my God, I'm a retard. But my friend told me recently was, you gotta touch the stove to make sure, to know 100% that it's hot. So I kind of had to go through this, and this is why I kind of got over it and I overcame that whole turmoil. But that's why I can kind of talk about it. So it's mainly just like, if you think all the time, like I would say to myself every night, like I would cry myself to sleep pretty much, and I was making like some really good money, and it was mainly just like me telling myself I'm lonely every night. So it was that me saying that over and over and over and over, and the lonelier I got, and I would consume negative content, I guess on YouTube and Instagram, whatever, I felt worse and worse and worse. And if you really think about that, well, of course, like you have to really just make a juxtaposition in not only your mindset, but your mental programming. So for example, if you're watching sad slideshows or you're watching, certain videos of people talking about being alone and saying, oh, it's so bad, da da da. Go out. It's gonna be hard, right? But it's addictive to be sad, like I said. So go out, meet some new people, and just, I don't really know how to put it into, like, you guys understand what I'm saying. If you are lonely, your day-to-day life, I mean, if you're lonely, you're gonna be sad, right? So if you're lonely and you're sad, your day-to-day routine is going to make you lonely and sad. So there's something that you are either doing, or there's something that you there's something that you are not doing that is keeping you this way. So whether that be doom scrolling on TikTok for an hour, that could be a habit that you could cut out. Or whether that be not socializing for like 30 minutes or so, that could be something that you're missing. So it could be a mix of something you are missing or something that you have to cut out completely. I know it's a really big issue. When I was first starting out, when I was pretty much making $0 online, I basically made a TikTok theme page, and I funneled it into a Discord server so I could, connect with like-minded entrepreneurs. And it worked, like I met a lot of cool people in there. Some people who still follow me to this day, some people who I still talk to this day. That was like almost a year and a half ago, something like that, around there. Yeah. Which was great, so that was one way that I did it, but also just, I guess, joining communities, meeting new people, etc. But understanding that like loneliness is pretty much a trap, basically. Like if you're going to be sad all the time, it's a lifestyle decision, basically. You need to make a very, very sharp juxtaposition in not only your mindset, but your day-to-day routine and even your weekly routine. So whether that be you having a call with some people, going out and introducing yourself to, 2 new people a week, right? You don't have to meet, and especially with like the entrepreneurs who say, oh, I want to be in the room, I want to be the poorest guy in the room, It doesn't matter that much, because chances are the more money you make, the lonelier you're going to be. That's what I experienced. When I was making like $30K a month, that was my loneliest. I was crying myself to sleep every night. But some extra fake dollars in my fucking bank account screen. Like, I don't care what my Bank of America statement says, dude. Like, it's just a stupid mindset to have. So, you can just go out and meet some regular ass people. And I'm gonna tell you something right now, as an entrepreneur, you having regular ass people as friends is pretty good. You don't want like yes men or people like that, or people who just like agree with everything you say and all that kind of stuff, because that'll make you feel more lonely, So if you really want to fix the issue of loneliness, especially, and this is strictly for entrepreneurs, okay? Like I said, lifestyle change. You need to make a mindset change, whether that be cutting out limiting beliefs. You have to program your subconscious mind. So the most important hours of your day for your entire life are the hour before you go to bed and the hour after you wake up. And that is basically your time to program your mind. You wonder why people read books right in the morning. That's what I do. First thing I do in the morning, cold shower, books, right? For like 50 minutes. Whether that be like watching a podcast that puts you in the right mindset, I don't listen to music in the mornings, but whether that be listening to like a motivational speech or watching YouTube videos, etc., putting yourself in that right mindset and programming your subconscious to think in a certain way, that's kind of how you have to navigate the whole space, right? Because realistically, everybody has, like, everything is programming. Like this content right now you're consuming, I mean, it's positive, but it's positive programming. I'm not throwing up crazy editing. I'm not having you, pay for like a course or something. So this is positive programming that in the long run is only going to result in a net positive. But if you're watching things like sad slideshows or, like listening to sad music when you feel sad, like I don't understand that. That's completely and utterly counterintuitive to listen to sad music when you're sad. If you're sad, go talk to someone. Go talk to your mom. Go pet your dog or something. Like, especially, I know a dude who was like the software guy, right? Super sad. His friend had the same issue. Dude got a dog, and now this dude's living the life, right? So he doesn't have like a girlfriend or anything, but this dude got a dog and it changed his life. So I would recommend getting a dog if you don't want to like live with somebody, I guess. But like, you know, as I said, it's just mental programming basically. And it's not only the content you consume, but it's what you say to yourself. So, you know, whether you constantly tell yourself that you're a sad person, or you constantly tell yourself that you're alone, things of that nature, then you are going to be, and you are going to feel like that 24/7, because you're telling yourself that. Opposed to if you were to wake up every single morning, eat the frog, basically do something hard, meditate, and then watch something similar in nature to this video, or like a motivational podcast or something, something in that whole sphere, you're going to be in a 10 times better mindset, but you're also going to be happier. Opposed to, let me wake up, sit on my bed for 15 minutes and just think about how shit my life is, and just really soak in that dread. Like, not in any way is that productive. Like, there's no net positive there. So to conclude everything, if you are obviously you're an entrepreneur because you're watching this video, but you're an entrepreneur and you're lonely and you're feeling lonely, you wish you had friends, etc. Join a community, paid or not, doesn't matter. Go out and meet people, talk to your family, your parents, your siblings, go pet a dog, go talk to your neighbors, go do something along the lines of that. Socialize more, but also really program your lifestyle and your mindset to be a net positive 24/7. If you are watching sad videos, you're going to be sad. If you are listening to sad music, you are going to be sad. If you are talking to sad people, you're going to be sad, you know? Chances are sad people aren't talking to happy people. Sad people congregate, you know? Birds of a feather flock together. So it's a fairly simple solution, but I wish I told myself this sooner. It's like, you're going to be sad all the time. You know, money doesn't matter, but like, what's another pair of like $1,000 shoes, you know? Stupid. So it's mainly just like, put yourself in a position to where you can meet new people, program your life, your subconscious, etc. Just be positive. Like, start praying, get a relationship with God if you haven't yet. Look at that squirrel, man. So, concluding everything, right? Fairly simple equation. Program your subconscious, make a juxtaposition in your lifestyle and your mindset. If you want to join a community, it's not paid, it's free. You can join the Discord in the bio. It's just a link in the description. We hold calls once a week, so feel free to join, but you know, I don't have like a course or something yet. Nah, but I mean, I give out some pretty good value in there, so I hope I was able to, you know, give you some valuable insight, especially from somebody who went from $30K a month, crying their fucking eyes out every single night, you know, bawling out in the shower, and then now abundance, happiness, everything's fantastic, just like the happiest I've ever been, basically. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope I was able to help.